Okay, now we're going to import and split our sprite sheets. These sprite sheets, if I bring up the folder here, recall that we downloaded from GitHub some resources associated with the textbook. So wherever you downloaded those, you have this directory, Devel 2D Games Unity Master. And in Chapter 3, Sprite Sheets directory, you'll see 3 sprite sheets. So the first thing we're going to do is just we'll drag player over into our player folder, which is under sprites, and then likewise drag enemy idle sprite sheet and enemy walk sprite sheet over into the enemies folder. Okay, now go into the folder, click on the sprite sheet. Now we want to split them. So what we have here is a single image now with a grid of sprites that represent animations that we're going to be creating. And in order to use those in an animation, we need to split out each individual icon, which shows some position in our animation sequence. So clicking on player 32 by 32, go into the inspector. Let's see, we want to make sure texture type is sprite. Sprite mode multiple, that allows us to split this image. Pixels per unit, all of these are 32 pixels per unit. Let's see, filter, no filter. Compression, none. These are the author's suggestions of settings to use, so we'll just do what he tells us. All right, so now we're ready to use the Sprite Editor to split. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay, so the Sprite Editor, click on Slice. We're going to grid by cell size because we know that this image is a set of 32 by 32 images. So we set 32 by 32, it's the pixel size. We click Slice. We can check that by going in and clicking on each split portion, and we can see that essentially what you're looking for in general in these type of character images is that their feet are on the ground. Okay, we like that, so we're going to say apply and then X out of that. And now we'll do the same thing for enemy idle. Go through these options, multiple sprite mode, 32 pixels per unit. Leave that the same. Filter, none. Compression, none. Bring up our editor. And we're going to slice the same way. Conveniently, it retains the options. Slice. Check it. Looks good. Apply. X out. And last one, enemy walk. Same drill. Sprite mode multiple, 32. Pixel size. No filter. And no compression. Go into the Sprite Editor. Slice it up again, same way, 32 by 32. Slice. Looks okay. I X out. Okay, now we're going to go back to our game objects, starting with the player. Recall that we need to associate sprite with the sprite renderer component. So for player, let's expand our images here. I think we're going to use player 12 as the default here. Back to player object. So I'm just going to drag player 12 over into Sprite. And we're going to do our enemy object next. Click on enemy. And I think we're going to use enemy idle 1 as our sprite for the renderer. Drag that over. And we can't really see. I'm going to save my scene here. We can't really see there. These objects are both at the origin. So my enemy object, I'm just going to move him over. And then go in here a little bit. So we can see that now our objects have a sprite associated with the renderer, which makes them visible. So we're done with this step. Let me save. Next thing we'll do is create some animations with our split sprite sheets.